Most budgets don't fail because you're lazy. They fail because they were never designed for how your brain actually works. Every year, millions of people create a budget full of good intentions. They open a spreadsheet. They write down perfect numbers. They promise themselves, this month will be different, and for about 10 days, it works. Then life happens, an unexpected expense, a stressful week, a birthday dinner, a limited time sale, and suddenly the budget feels broken. So you quit. Again, the problem isn't discipline. The problem is that traditional budgeting fights your psychology instead of working with it. Here's why budgeting fails. First, it relies too much on willpower. Most budgets assume you will make the correct decision every single time money is involved. But willpower is a limited resource. By the end of a long day, your brain is tired. When you're stressed, emotional, or overwhelmed, logic loses. A budget that depends on constant self-control is fragile. Second, it feels restrictive. When you tell yourself, I can't spend on this, your brain reacts the same way it reacts to dieting. Restriction increases desire. You don't crave the thing because you need it. You crave it because you told yourself you can't have it. So what happens? You binge spend, and then you feel guilty. Third, budgets often ignore emotional spending. Most financial plans focus only on math. Income minus expenses equals savings, but money is emotional. We spend to celebrate, we spend to cope, we spend to feel successful, we spend to feel loved. If your budget doesn't account for emotional triggers, it will collapse under real life. Fourth, traditional budgets don't involve the family properly. One partner may be tracking every dollar, the other feels controlled, or uninformed, or judged. Without shared understanding, a budget turns into a source of conflict instead of clarity. So if budgeting fails, what actually works? What works is shifting from tracking every dollar to designing your behavior. Instead of forcing yourself to make perfect decisions daily, you build systems that make good decisions automatic. Here's what works instead. First, pay yourself first. Before you pay bills, before you spend on anything else, automatically move money into savings or investments the moment your income arrives. Even if it's small, this flips the psychology. You stop being someone who tries to save what's left. You become someone who prioritizes ownership first. Second, create spending lanes, not strict categories. Instead of saying, I can't eat out, create a fixed, guilt-free spending amount for fun each month. When the money in that lane runs out, you stop. Not because you're deprived, but because the system has limits, boundaries. Feel better than punishment. Third, focus on margin, not perfection. Your goal isn't to track every coffee. Your goal is to create breathing room. If your income is $4,000 and your essential expenses are $3,900, that's not a budgeting issue. That's a margin issue. You either reduce fixed costs or increase income. Budgets fail when there's no room to breathe. Fourth, use the 24-hour rule for emotional purchases. If something costs more than a small threshold, maybe 1% of your monthly income, you wait 24 hours. This separates impulse from intention. Most unnecessary spending disappears when you introduce time. Fifth, hold a weekly 15-minute money check-in. For families, this is powerful. No blame, no criticism. Just 3 questions. Where did our money go this week? Are we moving toward our goal? What small adjustment do we need? When money becomes a shared conversation instead of a secret battle, stress decreases. Here's the deeper truth. Budgeting fails when it's about restriction. It works when it's about alignment. Alignment with your values, alignment with your goals, alignment between partners, alignment between present comfort and future freedom. A budget isn't supposed to feel like punishment. It's supposed to feel like a plan for peace. And in 2026, with rising costs and constant digital temptation, you don't need more spreadsheets. You need smarter systems. Because the goal isn't to control every dollar. The goal is to control your direction. And when your direction is clear, your money finally starts working with you, not against you.